All right, let's try this again. This will be my third time trying to record this little baddie. I'm gonna make it really simple. Actually, the last recording, I just did like 5 minutes on a topic I have no idea. That's not even the topic I wanted to cover today. So Spirit's like, girl, are you even paying attention? Let's have a sip of coffee and we'll get into it. Today, we are talking about the Word of God and what that means. How I utilized the Word of God to quantum leap into the highest timeline for my own holy presence. How I integrated the wisdom of the Word of God and how I ultimately became the Word of God. We'll get into it. My name is Skye Nicole. This is my channel, and I am going to begin to expose to you my stories associated with awakening, enlightenment, ascension, the apotheosis of our own holy presence. And so I wanted to come on today. When I say I wanted, Spirit was adamant, like, Skye, get on and talk about the Word of God. It's so important that we discuss the potency behind the Word, because I grew up as a Christian, which meant I grew up believing that the Bible, the physical book of the Bible, was the only Word of God that existed, and anything external of the Bible was heresy, was uncalled for, was lies, was... So I grew up believing that here's a book. This book is the only authority that God has given us on this earth. This book is the Word of God, and it is meant to be used as such. I'm like, okay. So for 33 years, Skye existed within the programs of religion, trying to meet and attain a level of comprehension and a level of presence that the Christian church established as, this is Christianity. This is where you need to be if you want to go to heaven when you die. Never did they speak about heaven being birthed within your heart as Yeshua spoke boldly. Never did they say that the kingdoms of God were within you and you could access them while you were alive. But what they did do is they presented the Word of God, this book, to you and said, these people did it, but you can't. This is the Word of God. And if you want fire insurance, that's what they called it, fire insurance for when you died so you didn't go to hell, you would follow the instructions within the Word of God and you would find salvation through accepting Jesus into your heart. Great. Okay. Now that we've got that covered, let's talk about how Spirit shifted my awareness of what the Word of God actually is so that I could begin to enhance my own presence, my own life, meeting God within myself and experiencing God existing external for me in my joy. How do you even get from like waiting to death, waiting for death to go to heaven, to experiencing heaven in every now moment? I started with the Word of God. Let's chat. Ready? The very first time that I experienced an interaction with the Word of God, oh, the cats are going wild. The very first time that I experienced the fullness of the Word of God, I was in my automatic writing session and Spirit said, my love, you are the Word of God. And I go, whoa. My Christian programming says that's not true. I can't believe myself to be important because I have been programmed to believe I am an ignorant piece of shit that deserves hell unless I do this, that, and the other and follow these instructions to get to heaven after I die. So when Spirit spoke to me and said, my love, you are the Word of God. Do not put yourself in a position where you are less than holy. All right, fine. And so I asked God, fine, help me understand. What does this mean? And so Spirit said, put your hand on your throat. Go ahead, and you can do this too, because this is a brilliant, brilliant expression of what is truth. And so I was like, okay, my love, now I want you to say the word God. God, great. Now what do you feel? Well, I feel a vibration in my throat as I speak. And my ears are picking up the frequency of the vibration of my own presence. Yes, simple. You are the Word of God. And I go, okay, great. Dial it back. Let's talk about it. Let's go to John 1, verse 1, I believe, in the Bible. Because we're going to bring it back to my Christian roots, because that's where I grew from. Okay? In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, and the Word is God. Now, in the beginning was the Word. And so when I speak any word, there is a vibration and there is a frequency. And in that moment, I instantly connected that I am a vibrational being exploring a frequential life as a human on earth. Well, what does that mean though? Because if I am a child of the Most High and God is now birthing truth through me as an aspect of the Word, as an aspect of the pure vibration and frequency of love that's held within my heart, when I come into my heart, I am peace. I am liberated. I am existential bliss within my own holy presence, because I have become the Word of God. Humbly within myself, observing my own creative patterns of all authority, frequency, and vibration. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, and the Word is God. It has not changed. You are living in the Word of God. The Word of God is held within your vision, throughout your mental presence, within your emotional state of being. The Word of God is the totality of creation experienced through you. It is not just in a singular book. Not just the Bible, not the Quran, not the Torah, not from various Egyptian hieroglyphs. Not the Word of God is experienced, expressed, and birthed through you. You are so important to the co-creation of life's expanse. Vibration and frequencies. All. In the Bible, it talks about it. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word is God, and the Word was God. It is all. You can't separate God from any moment, because all matter is vibrational within its own holy presence. That's grade 9 science. Go back to your high school education. They tell you that absolutely everything is vibrating within a specific resonance, which gives it form. Liquids, solids, gases. They talk about the 3 states of presence, but they don't talk about the etheric realm, which holds all creation together as the eternal Word of God. Living, embodied, full, vivacious. What is the Word of God? Creation exists beyond this singular opportunity that we're experiencing on earth. The most beautiful thing about being embodied on earth in these days is that you have the potential to go within yourself and unlock heaven's gates for you. I'll come back to Christianity. Yeshua said, I have come to show you how to live an abundant life, that you would do these things and more. That you would speak the truth, your truth, as the living Word of God, spreading love, truth, awareness. That would be the good news of the gospel. Yeshua, all of creation, every level of potential, every level of conscious awareness exists within this state of being. The Word of God, physically embodied through you. There's a humbleness that's birthed within yourself as you release the layers of chaotic co-creation and you begin to become the most authentic version of all that you are as the living Word of God. You. Vibrations and frequencies. All exists within a state of worship for God's creation. Everything that you observe is here for a purpose, resonating within the heart of God to be observed through you. Don't underestimate your own holy presence. You're more important than you know. I gotta get going. I don't want to make these videos too long because, again, you don't need to read 300 pages on what ascension is. You don't need to spend hours researching. All you need to do is connect with yourself and ask yourself the potent questions of what you're actually desiring. Who am I? Where do I originate from? What is heaven? And then welcome yourself home. Because you're the Word of God. A cute little human aspect of all that is. Anyway, I love you.